I don't understand why nobody's talking about this. It seems so obvious to me. If you saw Melania's weird random speech press conference on Thursday, where she came out of nowhere to be like, I have never been friends with Jeffrey Epstein.
I never been friends with Epstein.
Despite having been photographed like this many times, then you might have noticed that in that press conference, she had like very visible roots. And I'm not trying to knock this woman's appearance, but you would think as First Lady of the United States, when the president is so concerned with appearances, that might not be the case, right? And I immediately thought about The Housemaid, the movie that came out a couple months ago with Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney that was based on the book written by Frida McFadden, which I read last fall and then I watched the movie recently. One of the main like pivot points in that movie is the main character's roots showing. Her roots showing is like a sign of defiance against her abusive husband. Within the context that we understand Melania, for her to bring this back up in this press conference that Trump didn't know about, when the world had kind of forgotten about him for a minute because everybody was so focused on the war, showing visible signs of something that recently in pop culture was depicted as like defying an abusive man. It's so important that we always be analyzing media and always be analyzing information to notice patterns and parallels like this, because that's how society is built. I am very curious as to what her reasoning was for why she decided to do this press conference, because nobody really knows. And I'm not saying she's trying to defy an abusive husband, but we know that her husband is a monster. So maybe she is.